Welcome back YouTube, I have Ahmed again from In-Depth Tech Reviews, and here is my daylight camera comparison between the Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So if you didn't check my night camera comparison, you can click the card showing now on the screen or the link in the description below. In the night camera comparison, the Pixel 4 XL did produce better images than the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so will it also beat the iPhone 11 Pro Max in daylight, or things will go the other way around? Also keep in mind that you can download the original images from the link in the description if you want to check them yourself. So let's check how each camera will perform, but before getting started, let's make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video. So let's jump in. Here is the first image, and both look very good, but let's take a closer look to be able to declare a winner. Let's start with the exposure. The iPhone image is more exposed, while the Pixel 4 XL tends to underexpose the image to give you more contrast, which is the case since the Pixel 2 and 3. However, what's different with the Pixel 4 is when you tap to focus, the shadows slider of the dual exposure automatically changes, and most of the time it gets low. However, if you don't like this underexposed look of the Pixel 4, you can simply move the shadows slider up, which wasn't the case in the previous Pixel models. And I did that, and this is the more exposed image, which looks very similar to the iPhone image. So the exposure depends on your personal taste, and thankfully with dual exposure you can overcome this in the Pixel 4. Anyways, let's get back to the untouched image of the Pixel 4 and continue exploring. When it comes to white balance, I don't see any noticeable difference between the two, but when it comes to colors, the Pixel 4 has more saturated colors, and that's obvious when you look at the boat and the sign. So when it comes to colors, the iPhone produced more natural colors. When we zoom in to check the difference, you will see the building in the iPhone image looks washed out due to the high exposure and also less detailed, unlike the Pixel image where the exposure is more balanced and the building is more detailed. However, the Pixel image is more grainy than the iPhone image, and that's because the iPhone used software sharpening to produce cleaner image, but that comes with the cost of less details. So overall, the iPhone 11 Pro Max produced better colors while the Pixel has better exposure and details, so it's tough to declare a winner, but I think I will go for the Pixel. In this image, both phones produced almost identical images with a very small difference in the exposure, where the Pixel 4 XL image is slightly more exposed. Even when I zoom in, I see the same amount of details, so I will call this one a draw. In this image again, they look pretty much the same in everything except for a slightly saturated colors on the Pixel, and when I zoom in, I can see the iPhone image looks cleaner and more detailed, as the software sharpening of the iPhone did better job this time. So the win is for the iPhone. Now let's move on to the HDR. And I believe the iPhone 11 Pro Max did better than the Pixel 4 XL in HDR as well. As you see here, the sun is blown out on the Pixel 4 XL, while the iPhone 11 Pro Max handled this better. So when it comes to HDR, the win is for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So to sum things up, I believe the iPhone 11 Pro Max delivers overall better results than the Pixel 4 XL, as it produces better colors, HDR, and sometimes better details, in addition to the ultra-wide lens. Now let's move on to the zoom. And here the Pixel 4 XL started to use the same approach the iPhone 11 Pro Max was using to sharpen the unzoomed images. And as you see, the software sharpening is now taking place in the Pixel 4 XL image, while the iPhone didn't sharpen the image as before. And to prove that, here is the iPhone unzoomed image zoomed digitally versus the iPhone 8X camera zoom and the Pixel 4 XL 8X camera zoom. And it's obvious that the Pixel 4 XL 8X camera zoom image and the iPhone normal image have same software sharpening, while the iPhone's 8X camera zoom shows some artifacts. So overall, the Pixel 4 XL image looks cleaner, and I hope Google will use the same approach in unzoomed images to compete with the iPhone. Here is another 8x zoomed image on both, and definitely the Pixel 4 XL image looks cleaner and a lot more detailed. So when it comes to the zoom, the win is for the Pixel 4 XL, and let's check few other images before moving to the next category. Now let's move on to the portraits. Here is the first image. When it comes to colors, the iPhone colors are more saturated with higher exposure, while the Pixel has lower exposure and less vibrant colors. The first thing you will notice, the Pixel 4 XL blur effect is gradual and increases the more you move further from the subject. And that's why you see the ship is more blurred in the Pixel 4 XL image, while the iPhone blur effect is flat, the whole tree is in focus, and the background has the same level of blurriness, which is the same case with the older Pixel 2 and 3 models. When it comes to subject isolation, the Pixel 4 XL quality was poor because of these weird artifacts around the tree leaves, which is not the case in the iPhone's image. Also, the iPhone image is more detailed than the Pixel 4 XL. While I do like the look of the gradual blur effect of the Pixel 4 XL, but I have to give the win to the iPhone because of the subject isolation and the more details. In the second image, the Pixel 4 XL isolated better than the first image, but the iPhone image is better in details. Also, the iPhone gives you the ability to take portraits with the main camera, which gives you more field of view, something that we used to have in older Pixel models but not anymore. So when it comes to portraits, the win is for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Next, the macro shots. And in the first image, both has similar colors, exposure and focus, no issues with both. But when you zoom in, the Pixel 4 XL has more details than the iPhone, which I didn't expect, but the win here is for the Pixel in this image. In the second image, the Pixel 4 XL shot was warmer than the iPhone, and the colors are more natural in the iPhone's image. And when it comes to details, the texture of the leaves is more obvious in the iPhone image too. In the third image, the Pixel 4 XL again is warmer than the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and the iPhone colors are more true to life. And when you zoom in, you will see more details in the iPhone's image too. So in this category, the iPhone was better because it produces more natural colors and the two images were more detailed. Finally, the front-facing camera, and here is the first image. And both are good, however there are some differences. The Pixel 4 XL image is warmer and the iPhone colors are more true to life. However, the Pixel image is more detailed, so I will call this one a draw. When it comes to selfie portraits, again the Pixel image is warmer. However, the iPhone has better colors, while the Pixel once more has more detailed image, so it's a draw one more time. So when it comes to the front-facing camera, both had their own strengths, so let's sum up the whole thing. So after making the night camera comparison between the Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 11 Pro Max earlier, the Pixel 4 XL was better in a lot of things, so I expected the daylight comparison to be a win for the Pixel easily. However, it seems that Apple became a very strong competitor to Google, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max takes better shots in daylight than the Pixel 4 XL. So I hope Google will improve its camera in the upcoming updates and take the lead one more time. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope you like my video, and if you do, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.